Have you ever wondered if there's a better way to test your Facebook ad creatives in 2025? After managing over $100 million in ad spend and testing thousands of ad creatives, I found that many advertisers are simply missing the mark, and it's costing them a lot of money. And here's what's fascinating. Well, everyone is talking about Advantage Plus campaigns and letting the algorithm do everything and more. There's a lesser known testing framework that's yielding 2 to 3 times better results every single day. If your methods haven't evolved since 2023, that might be exactly why your ad results suck. Today, I'm going to walk you through our detailed, proven guide to test ad creatives like a top agency. I'll cover our campaign structure for testing thousands of ad creatives. I'm going to share strategies to maximize your chances of finding new winners, and I'm going to explain our approach to choosing what ad creatives to scale first. And this isn't guesswork. It's the precise framework that big spending brands use to consistently find their best performers. Let's kick things off with the basics. All our creative testing starts with an ABO campaign setup, or ad set budget optimization. Why start with an ABO? It's all about control. In an ABO campaign, you allocate a specific budget to each individual asset. Every concept needs a fair shot, which wouldn't happen if we gave too much control to the algorithm, as it happens with campaigns like the CBO or the ASC, the Advantage Plus shopping campaign. In these models, the algorithm decides what to scale, but you want to be the one making the call, especially in the testing phase. This means that every concept you test gets its own dedicated budget, ensuring that each one has an equal opportunity to perform. And this is why we also create one ad set per concept. So as you can see here, we have concept number 1, and then we have concept number 1, variation 1, concept number 1, variation 2, concept number 1, variation 3, and concept number 1, variation 4. Each ad set usually includes 3 to 4 variations of the concept. If you want to learn more about how we manage variations and what type of variations we start with and we finish with, I've shot an entire video about it, and I'd recommend you watch it as you finish this one. I'll make sure to link it here somewhere. That being said, I can't stress enough how many concepts get killed every single day simply because they don't spend enough budget. So an important first note is that you want to make sure that each concept gets a fair shot. This also means that there's a limit to how many concepts you can test out properly. In the current digital landscape, it has become somewhat of a mantra. It's all about creatives. And it's true. My company is named 99 Ads. So I am absolutely of that camp. However, if your budget is limited, so is the number of concepts you can test. We've had many prospects asking for hundreds of ads per month with a budget that could maybe allow them to test out properly 20 ads. Is more always better? The answer is no, and it's quite the opposite. If we were to provide these guys with 100 ads while they can only test 20, we would end up wasting a lot of resources and a lot of ads with high potential. So it goes without saying that the next question becomes, how do I know if my ad creatives had a fair shot? The answer to this question might vary depending on your average order value of the store and many more metrics. The bare minimum for each concept is target CPA times 2 for at least 2 ads. Let me give you an example. Let's say your target CPA is $100. Then each concept should spend at least $200 before even touching it. And you want to start tweaking it once the ads start spending. So let's say you see this situation where you have the variation number 2 spending more than twice the CPA with 0 sales. In this case, you simply want to kill it. If any of the ads of your concept spends CPA times 2 individually and there are no sales, then you simply turn it off and let the other ones run. In this case, we have 3 more running. So let's see what happens after 1 day or so. 259 spent and 4 sales for concept 1, version 1, which is very good. It's within the CPA and it's very profitable. And then we have C1 version 1, which has spent 3 times the CPA for only 1 sale. In this case, we keep version 1 active and we kill version 4. When there's a sale, at least, we recommend getting to at least CPA times 3. So this is the reason why we killed C1 version 2 right away, simply because it had no sales with a CPA of 2. But if there's at least one sale, we usually keep it running till CPA times 3. Depending on how budget sensitive you are, I would recommend you do 2.5. So in this case, if it was at one sale with $250 spent, then we would have killed it. Regarding the other one, the one that's getting sales, if profitable, we have a process to follow. But before talking about it, let's address C1 version 3. In this case, if there are ads that have spent less money and they look good in terms of soft metrics, then we can keep them running until they spend CPA times 2 individually. In this case, we can keep it running. That's what I would do, but I would definitely kill version 4 and keep C1 version 1 as a winner. Now, in this case, it's profitable. So if it's profitable, we follow the following process. Number 1, we let it spend within the same ad set and assess the profitability in a couple of days. Number 2, we scale the budget within the same testing ad set. We usually do bumps of 20% or 50%, unless you want to be really aggressive and go for 100%. And then we see if it's still stable and profitable after completing the learning phase. The learning phase nowadays is incredibly important. And I addressed it in my last video. So if you haven't watched it, make sure you do. Number 3, we duplicate it in the scaling CBO campaign and we print that money. One more important note, and this is becoming more and more important lately as the platform is changing, but some ads keep performing in the testing campaign, but they don't perform in the CBO. What I see is that people turn off the ad in the testing campaign, and since it didn't work in the CBO, they just stop making money from that ad. Now, in many cases, I've seen that ad dying in the CBO right away, but staying active and profitable in the ABO campaign for a very long while. This is the lowest hanging fruit you can find on your ad account. So what I recommend is you still keep running your winner in the ABO and you gradually increase the budget until you find the sweet spot that maximizes returns. Regarding winners, everybody talks about winners as though they were a universal entity. But at 99 Ads, we categorize them into 3 types of winners. We have false winners, low profile winners, and Grand Slam winners. If you want to learn more about this, I've created a full guide on the different types of winners, and I'll ask the team to highlight it somewhere. It's a highly recommended watch. Now, you understand how to properly test your ad creatives. And there's just one critical element that determines whether your ads will actually convert. And we've developed a systematic method that turns ad testing into consistent winners called the GBP method. This method has helped our clients generate multiple 9 figures in revenue, and for the first time ever, we're making it public. Click the link in the description to get instant access to the complete GBP method. You'll discover the exact framework we use to design and deliver winning ads every single week, along with some real example from actual campaigns. This is the same method that helped us save our agency during the iOS 14 crisis, and now you can use it too. So again, click the link in the description, grab a copy, and I'll see you in the next video.